Well, good afternoon, West Ham fans. Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. That old hay fever's kicking in my button at the moment. Really bad hay fever. This morning we spoke about Thomas Suchek and did he deserve more respect? Will we look back quite fondly? Look how shiny my head is. Will we look back fondly on Thomas's career at West Ham? And some really interesting comments. So thank you. Go back and watch. I love doing those sort of morning shows in terms of giving just a start of a 10 and just letting the West Ham Network community sort of not fight out amongst themselves, but debate it nicely, which is always great to see. But news broken by ex-WHU employee yesterday suggests that one of our foreign-based players once out at West Ham, and I don't think it's much of a surprise, but it is Naif Aguerd. X took to his podcast yesterday and spoke about his Naif's desire to leave the club. He's apparently informed West Ham that he doesn't wish to return to London Stadium, of which Clarence Hugh then got the news confirmed by their senior source, who was quoted saying, "Unfortunately, yes, it's true, but he might have to return unless we get a good price." I think his agent is trying to drive the price down, so he's available on the cheap. Now, firstly, he's not going to go cheap. He has excelled in the loan spell at Real Sociedad, regularly being labelled as one of the best defenders in La Liga, so much so the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona had come sniffing for him. Even Man United had come sniffing for him under Ten Hag, potentially in the summer. He's had a fantastic... It's a shame because I think, for me, I think Potter, who had apparently instructed West Ham to make sure that Aguerd was recalled in the summer, with a view to the centre back basically taking that left side of the back three. And because at the moment, obviously, Crest was doing that role reasonably well. Obviously, Crest is leaving the end of the season. You think for Aguerd, he would have played alongside Kilman and Todibo as the three. And I think he would have really excelled under Graham Potter. So it is a real shame, really. And does potentially dent what we're looking to do in the transfer market. We'd have saved a bit of money by obviously recalling Naif, but that doesn't seem to be the case now. So we are trying to get the best price for him. And we would assume there'll be a number of La Liga sides who will be interested for the Moroccan international centre half. I mean, I think we paid about £30 million with Stade Rennes. And it's going to be a bit of a saga, I think, now in the summer. West Ham would want to recoup as much as possible for their investment, rather than really integrate an unhappy player into the squad, in my opinion. If he doesn't want to be here, see you later. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. You know what I mean? We want people who want to be part of the journey and part of the project. And if he's not up for it, he wants to move on. He's seen the grass is greener on the other side. Spain is a preferred option than Stratford. Fair enough. What will be interesting to see is what we do and the negotiation. Now, we have been linked with a couple of Real Sociedad players, particularly Breas Mendes, the midfielder, who there could be a part exchange deal potentially set up there. We know midfield's an area we need to look at. So it could be a cash plus player deal potentially there for Aguerd, with Mendes coming our way. Possibly. Hoping for a bit of a bum fight between people in La Liga, and maybe also outside in the Bundesliga and Serie A. There'll be a number of sides interested in Naif, and maybe even the Saudi Pro League as well. Being an area which they were looking at him. Do you remember they were looking at him and Zuma? And obviously Zuma's over there now. Zuma will be obviously no longer a West Ham player by the end of this summer as well. So yeah, there's the exodus continues. Not only the 5 players who we've mentioned already, 4 players who are out of contract already, plus the likes of Zuma and Aguerd. There we go. So could the last one to leave London Stadium please switch the light off, please? But anyway, I'd rather know this now then no, he doesn't want. Then he comes in pre-season, plays a bit, and then buggers off. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, there we go. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, that's all good. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, stay humble, keep the faith, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Ta-da. Bye. Bye.